race. Quite a lot of those will be things like breakdowns and electrical issues, common enough. But that said, it's not all been light. We had a chat with the crew of Blackjack. In fact, we went out to see them in through the finish line just inside the breakwater here at about 1 o'clock last night, our time here. And they had a ding-dong battle going up to Fastnet Rock with SHK Scallywag in plenty of breeze too. And they got the whole of the Celtic Sea to have a choice about, and they did, I think, 15 match racing tacks all the way through to the rock there. So it was pretty full bore. And when they rounded, and a good deal of what they were doing there was just trying to keep each other in track. When they rounded, then Blackjack 100 really used her VMG, and they were in about 20 knots of wind, and they were doing 25 knots, which in the dark is fast and very wet. So not all light airs by any means at all. Interesting finish for them too, because both Leopard 3 and Scallywag started to catch up on them as they were running out of breeze coming in towards Alderney. And the tactic then on running out of breeze was in fact to go and find current, because it was east-going current. And the skipper, Tristan Lebrun, said that it's the weirdest experience because you get enormous currents off the Channel Islands and around the peninsula here. 6 knots of current running underneath you when you're going downwind. He said it was very weird on the wheel, the sort of motion of water and the lack of pressure in the sails. We also spoke to the Aussies on board, 4 Aussies on board, 2 of them being the regulars with Blackjack in Peter Harburg's day. That's Liam Wolfe and Bruce Clark. But we also spoke to Andrew Hendo Henderson and to Harley Spreadbury Key. They loved it. And as Hendo said very aptly, it's extraordinary that this boat, which is now 20 years old, I think, this month, is still performing at this level. And also some very entertaining remarks about Mark Bradford's move from Blackjack onto Scallywag. And of course, as Tristan Lebrun said, he knows way more than we need him to know about this boat. That said, it didn't come off in the end for the Scallywags, which is a shame. A lot of the boats are just doing what they call a turn and burn. They're coming in and dropping a few people and going. And even for Blackjack 100, the celebrations were pretty cryptic. And then they were off again and heading off for Palermo, and Scallywags heading back to Southampton to get loaded on a ship to come down for the 80th Sydney Hobart, which is very good news indeed. How's the leaderboard looking? Well, with all of these ridges that are coming through, light ridges, the breeze will drop out, come back, drop out, and so you can get a lot of change. I think the one thing you can safely say is this is unanimously a small boat race, particularly when you look at the Admiral's Cup fleet, and I'll talk about it in a moment. IRC overall, the Kiwi Admiral's Cupper is winning that. IRC 0, Whisper was leading that until really overnight. Unfortunately, she's slipped to 6th. She should be in sometime late this afternoon. In AC1, a good deal of change. So Beau Jest and Jolt 3 both dropped down the counts, and then the Dutch sailing family really have come to the top in AC1, which is pretty good. In AC2, Callisto leading from Jolt 6 and then Beau Ideal. And in fact, if you look down the list of the Admiral's Cuppers on handicap at this stage, corrected time, I think only Rost van Uden is in the top 15 of the bigger boats, and all the rest of them are smaller boats. So clearly they've been making good in the second half. We've got the Ocean 50s sitting behind us here. They came in mostly last night about the same time as Blackjack 100. And then we've got the Class 40s, which will be coming in, and pretty much all of the top 10, I think, nearly enough, are French. They are super fast. As for the Aussies, Zen is 4th in AC1. That's really good. She was 3rd, I think, but still holding well there. And Back to Black has really come good. She had a very hard first half of the race, and she's come back now, and I think she's lying in 9th out of 15, which is good. Not very far behind 8th. It's a very busy day today, tomorrow, so we're going to try and work out how we get the right balance of meeting people coming in and getting enough sleep. But look forward to bringing you plenty more. Bye for now.